So let's go, so if we're looking at single leg squat on the left, so go ahead and do single leg squat, good. And our patient complains, so go ahead and go and freeze. If our patient complains of knee pain, anterior knee pain in that position, what position is that test? You can go, come back up.
He's pain going down.
So here's the only thing you're gonna think of.
Oh, gotcha.
What test is that position? He just got in a position that you guys learned to test for.
Vastus lateralis.
Vastus lateralis. Okay? So if I get a report of symptoms in that position, eccentrically, not controlling pronation, he's in the test position for vastus lateralis. I already know I gotta check vastus lateralis. Okay? So does that mean that's the only thing I have to check?
No.
So what are the muscles that you just told me control pronation?
Soleus, vastus lateralis.
TFL, the glutes.
Okay? Glute med, glute min, TFL, soleus, abductor hallucis. So those are all going to be synergistic to the vastus lateralis in this position, which means I need to check those muscles. Okay? So just like when we checked Mark and he didn't report knee pain with quads, but he was inhibited. But then when we did vastus lateralis, or no, gluteus medius, he reported knee pain, cleaned up gluteus medius, got that facilitated, came back, retested it right away, no more knee pain. So just because they have knee pain does not mean it has to be a muscle that crosses the knee. Okay? So does the gluteus medius cross the knee? No. Does it have to cross the knee? No. All it has to do is influence the femur, because that is part of the knee. So the influence of the gluteus medius on the femur causing a biomechanical fault during that test is why he had knee pain. Okay, so that's why muscles that don't cross joints still can influence that joint. Okay, so that's why even though he got in the test position for vastus lateralis and failed, that's not the only thing that we're going to assess. We still got to go assess all of its friends, and we already talked about this morning what's important with everything below the waist. Law of reciprocal inhibition. So not only are we going to assess the friends, we're going to assess the opposing muscles that are supposed to be causing other muscles to contract less through the law of reciprocal inhibition. Okay, so there's a good example of when you're watching somebody do the screen, you see the test in your head for the muscles that we just learned. Okay. So we talked about soleus. So go ahead and get back in that test, that single leg squat. Okay, soleus is loading now. Is the soleus in a similar? No, it's not. Bad example. Come back up. Okay, that's good enough there. Okay, so now let's do double leg squat. Okay, so he squats all the way ass to grass. Okay, and he gets there and he complains of knee pain. What position is that? Come back up. How about vastus intermedius?
Oh.
90 degrees of knee flexion. Okay. Okay. Also, yes, you're right. He's also in position that we tested bicep fem long and short head. Okay. So see the position, take that position and think what position does that correlate with our NFTs. Okay. So and when we get to tomorrow, you'll start to see like, okay, we do abduction and we do reach behind your back. What the hell does that mean? Tomorrow, it's going to be really apparent that every position that their arm is in is going to correlate with a position that you're going to test something in tomorrow. So when they say I have pain here, you're going to be able to say, oh, there's 5 muscles that I know I have to test right there. That made it really easy. So if we don't screen, we put them on the table, we listen to them talk about what their symptoms are like, what their mechanism of injury is, what their history is, and then we just go right to put them on the table. I don't know where to start. Like I'm gonna have to test 130 things. Like if I do the screen, I've got 5 things. Okay, I know those 5 things are gonna be somewhere in the mix here. So that's your cheat to get you where you're gonna start testing when you put them on the table.